Welcome back to GMs for Hire. I'm Matthew Perry, and I come to you tired. And I'm not tired from work or school or anything like that. I'm tired from the content that WWE has been putting out, specifically on Monday nights. Last night, Monday Night Raw, Retribution come back out. The Hurt Business is out there already. The normal thing we've seen before. And I'm not going to go into the whole how shitty the names were, T-Bar, Slapjack. I'm not going to go into any of that. I have a previous video on that if you want to check that out. I can put that in the description. But let's talk about how it developed last night. Now, the Hurt Business are in the ring, as I mentioned, and then Retribution comes out. And the Hurt Business just got done with a match, which involved several other people, Mustafa Ali specifically. And I'll get into that right now, actually, just because there's no point in messing around with this. Mustafa Ali gets out of the ring and he's standing in front of Retribution, and the Hurt Business is like cheering him on, like, yeah, get him, stuff like that. Then Ali turns around and he faces the Hurt Business and he tells Retribution to get them. And then Retribution, what do you know, go in there, beat down the Hurt Business, and so it appears Mustafa Ali is the leader of Retribution. Now, that came completely out of nowhere, one. Two, if you remember in the past, WWE had this hacker gimmick going on that someone was messing with Raw from behind a computer screen, not like an anonymous GM type thing, but it was pretty cool. And it was actually well liked among the WWE faithful, myself included. And that just kind of got dropped. It kind of just fell off the face of the earth. And many rumored it to be Mustafa Ali as the hacker, because he had that whole, he had a kind of a, not, I don't want to say futuristic, but he has kind of a techie vibe. He had that mask and stuff like that. So it made sense to me. It made sense to the fans. And then it was just dropped and people were upset, myself included. And now here we go. Flash forward. We're here. October 5th was yesterday's episode. I'm recording this on the 6th. And Mustafa Ali is all of a sudden the leader of Retribution. They don't piece things together. They've completely stopped caring about storytelling. And I don't know about you guys, but personally, that's one of my favorite aspects of the WWE is the storytelling. I think it's very important to have a meaning behind each match, each altercation. Why is Ali doing this? Why does Retribution have problems with the Hurt Business and the rest of WWE? They've hardly explained, and even less with Ali as this is newly developing. Hopefully we hear more about it Monday, but it's just upsetting. I'm getting so tired of the same shit every week where, let's start something. Let's get something going. Now The Fiend and Kevin Owens could have something going ever since Alexa Bliss was on the KO show last week. Is that going to go anywhere? We'll see. I think it'll lead to a match at Hell in a Cell, but it beats me where it could go from there. WWE drops storylines so quickly, and the creative team is just so not what it used to be. And I'm not looking for Vince Russo type bullshit, and that's a whole separate mess. And he's ruining other companies with that. I don't want that, but at least it gave us something. They were shitty storylines, but they were storylines, and they were at least somewhat played out. It's not what it used to be, and I really hope it can change because WWE has talent like never before. Never has a wrestling company had such a surplus of talent and just shit the bed trying to use it. And I don't know why. NXT is the only watchable WWE programming for me these days. I mean, I try my best with Raw and SmackDown. Of course, it has its moments, and there's still some good on those shows. Guys like Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre still getting it done. They kind of messed up Braun Strowman for me recently. They kind of dropped the stuff with Bray Wyatt. He lost in the cinematic match, and we got nothing else. Now he's just beating up random guys on Raw Underground and stuff like that. It doesn't make sense to me. This is more of an attack on creative. If they can make Mustafa Ali work with Retribution, I think that's fine. If they can connect it to the hacker gimmick, the hacker thing that happened months back, even better. I think that'd be great. But I have no confidence in them at this point. What they've done, I think they should bring Paul Heyman back to do writing. I know he got dropped from, I think it was SmackDown. He was the main writer for SmackDown, and then he dropped to focus on in-ring stuff, which I guess was just preparing for the Roman Reigns thing, which I like. I like Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman together, but I do think Paul Heyman would be a better writer for sure. He knows this business like not many others do. And yeah, this was kind of just a mini rant. Retribution still has not won me over, especially with last night, the randomness of adding Mustafa Ali to it. I can't even compare it to something like Cedric Alexander joining the Hurt Business because that made sense. The whole if you can't beat him, join him type thing. And I do like that, honestly. But yeah, NXT at this point is just leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else. And I don't know if that's because Vince isn't directly running it or the writers are different. I do think Triple H has a very forward mind for this kind of stuff. I think he looks more towards the future, which it benefits him. He's done a great job running that. Takeover 31 was just the other day. I really enjoyed that. I didn't wind up doing a review of it just because I've been really busy with work and stuff like that. But yeah, I did really enjoy that. I'll try to pump out more WWE content for you guys, though, because I do still really enjoy wrestling as a whole. Just wish the writing was a little bit better for some of the stuff on Raw and SmackDown. But that's about it. Soon I'm gonna have my own WWE draft. Not a preview, but if I could do it a certain way, I'm gonna do it that way, and maybe you guys will like that. I'll have that out within the next couple of days. I'd have to think, depending on how work and school go for me. But yeah, that's been it. I'm just tired. That's about it when it comes to the WWE. But for the GMs for Hire, I've been Matthew Perry. It's been another version of Perry's Pit, and I will see you guys next time.